So thanks. So now it's my pleasure to introduce the chair, CII's chair, and a very busy person this week. She's been involved in CII since 2003. In her day job, she is the Director of Planning and Project Management at the Architect of the Capitol. Please welcome Anna Franz.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here and joining in our 2014 annual conference. And thank you for your many contributions to help CII achieve our goal of continuously improving capital projects throughout our industry. On behalf of CII, I also want to give a best thank you and shout out to all of the families that have accompanied you and support you in your commitment to CII. Without their generous commitment and support of you, you may not be able to participate as much. So we really appreciate their attendance. One of the things that drew me to CII was its strong sense of purpose. Oops. And its vision. As a licensed architect and as a recent graduate from an engineering and applied science program, I've worked in the public sector for over 25 years, and I really connected with its mission to constantly strive for excellence and its commitment to share knowledge and drive best practices throughout the industry. In 2013, I was asked to step up and serve as the vice chair of this great organization. And then this past year, you asked me to step up in the middle of the spotlight. And you may think that I am here all by myself, but in fact, I'm surrounded by 132 member organizations that have a 98% retention rate in this organization. And all of that collective intelligence is why I'm here. We have the brightest, the most talented people in this nation and around the world working together, building that collective intelligence. But there's a secret ingredient that you may not know about, and it's called collective drive. And it's about all of our need to be autonomous, where we're self-directed, whether it's as individuals or as teams or as organizations. It's about our mastery, or that internal need to improve, to continually improve and do better. And purpose, our purpose, which is to transcend, to go beyond ourselves and do something that's really important. We're a member-driven organization. Our members, we think and we dream big. We plan well. We work hard. We trust each other. We trust ourselves. We trust our experience. We trust what we know and what we believe has to be the next step to make it better. And along the way, we have an awful lot of fun. The CII body of knowledge knows how to connect goals with vision through a whole system design process where you take the art and science of our industry and you connect that through a whole set of discipline processes. And that then reaches to outcomes. And we all know in this body of knowledge that outcomes are more than efficiency. It looks at team and client impact, our business impact, and it prepares the future. A future which is based on innovation, technological advances, better ways that we work together, creating an industry that can address shortfalls of labor, funding shortages, material shortages, ways that we will help address our crumbling infrastructure. And as we learned this morning from President Daniels, maybe build a new educational structure for our organization that will help give us the professionals that we need in the future. I would be remiss today if I didn't recognize Jan Tuckman from the Engineering News Record. She is the editor. She was the inspiration and the creator of the best projects. And in my study of those projects recently, I learned that there are two things that separate from good to great. It's our ability to insert technology into our projects, as well as innovative problem solving done by inspired teams and people that enjoy working in a collective way and understand the meaning of taking a risk to think differently and drive change. When I was asked to be the chair of this organization, I focused on 3 goals, and I wanted to build on the legacy that had been created before me, which was first to grow CII, and then I added to that, advance the industry. Second was improve our member experience, and I added to that, lead transformational initiatives. And lastly, deliver operational excellence, and I added to that, prepare the future. And I must say, this past year has been very exciting for me because I believe that we have advanced all of those initiatives. At this conference, you'll hear a lot about the first 2 goals. Behind the scenes, there's an executive committee along with a board of advisors that work very hard on ensuring that we are physically accountable, both for CII and our FIATech affiliate, that we are connecting with all of our committees to ensure our strategic vision, and ensuring that we're budgeting and operating in a way that we can ensure that we've applied the right resources in the right areas. So there's change ahead. We've all experienced market changes and challenges in the past several years, and we are told that things are getting better. But as CII members, we are able to anticipate that. No, we don't fear change, we embrace it. And I truly believe that we're not on the cutting edge, we're on a leading edge. We do foster new ideas, we do drive new technologies and processes, and we're doing something magical when it comes to people. On a personal note, while I have participated in the CII industry for many years, I joined the Architect of the Capitol in 2006, and we quickly became a member in early 2007. In our organization, we use every tool in the toolkit for every capital project that we envision. And we're experiencing great success in terms of developing our staff, increasing core competencies, and the outcomes of our projects. Through the CII and CMAA Alliance, we also are increasing our number of certified construction managers. We're taking advantage of best practices and best practitioners. Now that our industry is changing to an integrated design and project delivery model, we've used CII best practices to be able to take on some of the major undertakings that the Architect of the Capitol has ever seen. Now, our major undertakings are just a snippet of the major work that all of your organizations do. But for us, we're really proud of that, and we don't think that we could be successful unless we had CII behind us. We recently presented the Cannon House office building renewal to the American Institute of Architects National Convention recently. They were fascinated. We want to reach design professionals because they're going to be part of this team in the future. We also have other countries and governments reaching out for our counsel, but again, it's only because of CII. CII is working in every area of its core processes: knowledge creation, knowledge dissemination, knowledge assessment, and knowledge management. So I'm not going to read the bullets that are on this slide, but I just want for you to focus on the verbs: expand, provide, meet, advance, launch, attract. These are active verbs. This is an active organization, and it's making a difference because it leads on the edge. We are driving performance at every turn. And I wanted to highlight one of the most exciting things that I think has happened in the past year for our executive committee, and that was the introduction of the attendance on an occasion of our next-gen leaders. They would sit at the table with us and they weren't invited just to observe. They were invited to contribute, and contribute they did, and they have changed us and the way we think. And I want for you all to know that they share our concern over the future development of the next generation and the succession that will take place after us. And I encourage you to embrace their community of practice and reach out to them. They have just phenomenal ideas. So where are we on the leading edge? You've already seen and heard a lot about what we've been learning and discussing at this conference, but I just wanted to quickly mention a couple of the program highlights that I believe keep CII on the edge. We have a number of presentations that focus on new leaders as well as young people in the industry. We can't just be good leaders. We can't just be great leaders. We really have to be good role models, and it means taking advantage of every opportunity that you can sit with someone and talk to them about what you learn here. You know, seek them out, and they don't necessarily have to be younger than you. CII is leading the way also, expanding a portfolio of education projects and courses, both online and in the classroom. This includes new online courses on safety that include topics such as safety leading indicators. And next month, we're going to take on a new initiative with our federal partners. It's going to be a one-day project delivery best practice and implementation clinic where federal employees can learn about CII best practices and how to apply them to their capital projects. We have new research teams launching, and one of the most exciting initiatives you're going to hear about soon is a 10 by 10 project. So I'm not going to spoil the show, but we are using that real-time performance assessment and metric system to monitor our capital projects, and we encourage you to do the same. I hope that all of you will take advantage of all that CII has to offer, both here in Indianapolis as well as being a member. I hope one day that all of you have the opportunity and take the opportunity to step into the spotlight. Before I wrap up my remarks, I want to take a moment to thank Rex Phillips and the annual conference committee for putting together such a wonderful event, and the executive committee for its leadership and support, the board of advisors, all of the presenters, and everyone who had a hand in this huge endeavor. Your efforts are much appreciated. I also want to take a moment to thank Wayne Crew and his staff, Wayne Crew and his very talented staff, Jim Backus, who has served as the 2014 vice chair, and my mentors, and I would like to acknowledge them because they reach out to me, I reach out to them, and it's something that I have truly enjoyed and learned from. Rick Holler, Glenn Doran, and Glenn Gilkey. Their support and guidance has been invaluable, and it's treasured. Finally, I'd like to leave you with a quote that I find both simple and profound. It's not the beauty of a building you should look at. It's the construction of the foundation that will stand the test of time. As a steward of the historic U.S. Capitol building, I certainly appreciate that CII is a resource that I can count on to help me continue to build a steady foundation for our agency that will stand the test of time. And I challenge you to find that same gift. I am very honored to be a part of CII and extremely honored to have served you as the 2014 chair. All the best. Enjoy the rest of the conference and network, and most importantly, have some fun. Thank you.